Kia ora. My name is Joe Stevens. Kia ora. My name is Joe Stevens, and I'm from Wellington, New Zealand. And this is I'm just turning my phone down, sorry. And this is my first broadcast with TBC. So we'll see how we go. Hang on, wife's going to see my wife off to work, and my daughter's just heading off to work as well. They both work night shift. And it's midnight over here, or 12:30 over here in New Zealand. Oh, where do we start? Well, I've got a couple of things I want to go over tonight, or this morning, early morning. So I'll just share my screen and see what I come up with. I don't know if it's sharing yet. First I'm done this too. Ta-da! That's my daughter just heading off to work. Bye. Okay. I think I'm in it now. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know if any of you have heard of the parable of the pipeline. It was a couple of mates that got together and decided that they needed to make a lot of money. And they talked about it every day, and they wanted to become rich, the richest men in the village. They were both bright, hardworking, and I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to go over bits and pieces of it. But that was their dream. They wanted to be the richest men in the village, and so they decided, they'd have to find a job, work hard, make money. So they saw it. Bruno, he decided, his back. He decided that he would cut buckets of water backwards and forwards every day, and get paid for it. Make a penny a day, get paid for it. And this is our dream come true, shouted Bruno. I believe our good fortune. I can't believe our good fortune. Jeez, I can't read. But Pablo wasn't so sure. And his back ached and he had blisters on his hands, and that's just like myself and my older brother and younger brothers and that when we went out scrub cutting, we worked hard and scrub cutting and trying to make some money while we were young and end up with blisters, and I know how they felt. But we'll try to find an easier way of cutting down a tree without using slash hooks or chainsaws. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I'm trying to show people how some people made money and some people didn't, and how TBC helped us and those that they think this is a scam decide that it's a scam, and so they run to the hills with the tails tucked between their legs, and that's where I want them to go anyway. But one day they'll come crawling back to see us and say, hey, I want back in. Well, of course they can always come in. But, by the time they do get in, it'll be too late. The boat had already, boat's already sailed. It's just like Bruno and Pablo. One man did it the hard way, the other man did it the easier way. My dad always said to me that if there was a shortcut in a job or anything, I would find it. And most of the time, yes, I did. While I was couriering, I was a courier for Sub 60, which is what we call them over here in Wellington, and Roadrunner for over 10 years. And I became the best at that time. And that was in the mid to late 80s and 90s. And I became the best. But it wasn't. But if it wasn't for someone that turned around and said I'd never be a courier's a-hole, I would not have become a courier. I was actually a photocopier technician at the time and a store supervisor. But I wanted to show this guy what I could do. So, this is a little bit of what I wanted to show you about the Prabno. You need to read it. It's an awesome story. And I loved it. And the other thing I want to just quickly run over is do not crack the foundation of TBC. The foundation of the cryptocurrency called the Billion Coin is the TBC membership agreement. The creators of the Billion Coin have worked very hard to structure the cryptocurrency that creates wealth for all of its users until it matures to the point where each TBC coin will be worth 1 billion, and it's got on this euros, but it's not now, is it? We all know it's a grain of gold per TBC coin. Each of you has vested interest in protecting your TBC coin. The whole TBC community, especially the TBC Foundation, honor the current price of the TBC always. The TBC formula software drives the price of TBC, and it guarantees you that the price will never go down, and it won't. Not while we have joining members and the price just keeps going up and up and up. And all we're waiting for is it to reach its ultimate price. So I'm not going to read all of this either, because I think this article came out on the 17th of April, 2016, and that was quite a while back. So I'm an ex-Navy person as well. I was in the New Zealand Navy. I went in as an electrical fitter and left the Navy as a storeman. Came down to Wellington, where I live now, and got a job as a storeman in the plumbing for Zip Holding and Jenkins and Mack, an old company, which is long gone now. And I'm just going to unshare my screen and go back. How do you do that? Go here. And jump back. Can't even see the chat. can see it on my phone. Anyway, it's not very often I speak in front of people because I really don't. I'd rather work with people and lead a team. Yeah, so I was a plumber. I learnt to do plumbing with Jenkins and Mac engineering, and I learnt all the fittings and everything that comes from the plumbing business, and learnt about hot water tanks and everything, virtually everything, as well as running the store. From there, I went to Ubix photocopiers or Konica photocopiers, and I became a technician and their first storeman in Wellington. And I started up the store system here in Wellington, and then started to learn how to become a technician and working on photocopiers. By the end of my career with Konica and Ubix photocopiers, I could strip a photocopier down to its bare frame and rebuild it, put it back together again and make it look like it was brand new. Anyway, from there, after the guy gave me a dare and said I wouldn't make a courier's, I became a courier for Office Express, and ended up couriering for over 10 years around the Wellington region, and there wasn't a road that I never went up around here. From there, I ended up injured and ended up doing a course as a computer technician, and at the end of the course, became a teacher in Microsoft and breaking down and building computers and putting them back together again. After the first week I was starting that job, I ended up being a supervisor. From there, I went on to become the IT administrator for the company. Then got shipped off to Aussie to go and learn the same trade over there. But at the same time I was an IT administrator, I ended up doing the graphic design course. And I've done a lot. I know a lot. And I've been in TBC since April last year. So I've just passed my first year of being in TBC. And when I first got in, all I did was read the blog, read the blog, read the blog. That's all I did, was just read the blog. That's where I got my information from. Didn't need to ask questions. No need to it. All the questions are in the blog. All of them. Don't need any answers from anything. You don't need it. Mate, just go to the blog. If you don't know nothing, go to the blog. I don't know why these people ask so many silly questions. When, a person like me, and by the way, I'll be 60, can read the blog and not ask so many stupid questions. Well, when's the fiat cut? I'm not even worried about the fiat exchange. I'm not even worried about it. All I want is for us to grow, grow, grow. Get to that ultimate. That's where we are going to aim for. That's what we should be aiming for. All of us should be aiming for getting to that ultimate price. Getting the members on board. Helping everybody. Helping the poor. You know, if no, I had an awesome talk today with a lady, and everybody knows her, Lady of Justice, Mary Raponi. And we were talking away there, and then and we were talking on Facebook in the chat, and I sort of said I was in the Navy, and she said, oh, she was doing blah blah blah, and I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, my older brother was in the army for 37 years. My older brother was in the army. Well, and she says, yeah, my hubby was. And I wrote down a name in the chat, Possum. And she said, beautiful Possum. Well, I know why she said that. Because my older brother passed away 3 years ago with cancer. I'd still be an Aussie if he hadn't passed away. I'd still be there. But I had to come home. I had to come back to New Zealand. Yeah, hard. Really hard. But when you lose someone like that, you had so many mates, it wasn't funny. Thanks, Mary, for bringing them back up. He's over there. If you want to see a photo of him playing the guitar. Anyway, yes, I have done a lot. So I actually ended up over in Aussie. Couldn't get into IT because it was just saturated with too many people over there. Ended up truck driving. So I drove anything from semis to B-doubles. Came back to New Zealand and was driving B-double tankers. And that's 36 wheelers, if anybody wants to know. So big trucks, and I just love them. And I did that for around 12 years. I'm a big rugby fan, and I love the All Blacks. Love the All Blacks. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning up. I think there was about 2 or 3 or 4 people in, but thanks. And we'll catch you on my next interview or my next broadcast. So, kia ora. Ciao. And learned a Dutch word, boy. So, see you later. Have a good morning, have a good day, have a good evening. Bye.